What's up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XL. Alright, back at you with 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we duel a different deck every single day. Today, looking at the new Abhyss Archetype, which is an archetype of light and dark snake monsters that like to fill up the graveyard. They completely broke Snake Rain. And we're just going to go ahead into this deck. We're going to be tributing our opponent's monsters today with the Lair of Darkness to fulfill our Lair of Snakes archetypal deck. And we're going to have ourselves a good time. Just swarming the board with these snakes, doing some crazy combos, just having ourselves a good fun time. So, enough talk, let's go ahead into good old EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and we'll have ourselves a good time. Alrighty, out of Hurst opponent, we are going second today. We want to go second as often as possible, just because of the Lair of Darkness shenanigans. You know, there's a few different ways you can play this deck with the Abhyss. If you can play Chaos, or you can play it like this with the Lair of Darkness. But with our version, we like to go second just because I've got the Lair of Darkness. I can tribute my opponent's monsters. We're up against generators. I do not like generators too much. They're one of my least favorite bunch, not gonna lie. I don't care much for generators. I think they're a little annoying. But we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Alrighty, so we got ourselves a decent enough opening hand. We'll have to deal with Whore, who is a literal whore, in my humble opinion. And, you know, if we got the right stuff, we can deal with Har. Har, Whore, whatever your name is now. Alrighty, so he's got a bunch of tokens. He has that one Omni negation. So what we're going to do here is activate our trade-in. We have a lot of level 8 snakes, so we're just going to go ahead and discard a level 8, draw 2 cards. If he negates it, it's fine. He's not going to negate it, though, because he's not like that. It's fine. Har's gonna go off. I lose random monster. It's fine. I don't need all these monsters. It's fine. I don't need all these monsters. So we're gonna activate our Arima, trying to get the Lair of Darkness. We're trying to bait out Har, really. If we can bait out Har exactly like that. Okay, so we're fine. We're clean sailing from here. Because I already have the Lair of Darkness. He didn't know that I already have the Lair of Darkness. And I don't have another snake in the grave. I'm so sad. If only I had a card that could dump 4 snakes into my graveyard. That would be helpful. Oh, wait. I do have one of those. Alright, enough of my silly jokes. So we're going to ditch Null to the grave. We want Aleth in the grave. We want... Let's see. I want Nihil. And the last one doesn't matter as much, but I usually go for a copy of Zoha, just to get all the different little poison girls. So now what we're going to do here is, let's see here, tribute 1 monster. Can't tribute 2. I cannot tribute 2? I thought I had the 2 tributes. Yep. Oh yeah, because I only tribute 1. That's the thing. Can only tribute 1, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead for Curse of the Abhyss. We're going to go ahead and tribute Har, so he's gone now. And we're going to summon this monster in defense mode. Curse the Dawn of Abhyss. When this is special summoned, my opponent can summon a monster from the graveyard with its effects negated, but I then can summon an Abhyss from my graveyard. My opponent's thinking really hard of whether he wants to do that or not. And he shall, alrighty. And we're going to get a monster too. And the monster we want is Nihil, the Dreg of the Abyss. We want this dude because when he's special summoned, I can add one of my spell traps. So now we're going to go ahead and I could get my field spell, but I already have a field spell. So I'm going to go ahead and get an Invasion of the Abhyss. This summons tokens. If I have enough Abhyss in the graveyard, it also summons monsters. But that requires quite a bit of setup, but it's still something you can do. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I want to get Null, the Dreg of the Abhyss. I can summon him from the grave because all we have are Abhyss monsters. And these 2 will get banished when they leave the field. This is fine and dandy. So what we're going to do here is use this dude. The King of the Abhyss. We're going to tribute these 2. Summon forth our King. This dude's effect is if my opponent adds a card to the hand except during draw phase, they lose a card in their hand. And if a monster of our opponent sent to the grave by a card effect, I can add a snake. It's a very nice thing. And so we're going to go ahead for Aleth. We'll get rid of the curse. The curse has been lifted. We're going to summon Aleth. He gets a monster from his grave to his hand. And that's going to activate the effect of Aron. So now Aron is going to cost him a card. And we're going to go ahead and get these cards. Or not so much Aron, but yeah, Aron's going to cost him a card. No? Pretty sure that was how that was supposed to work. Maybe I'm still learning this deck a little bit myself. Not gonna lie. Let's see here. What else can I dick around with? Abhyss. I mean, that one ought to work. What? Let's see. Snake. Oh yeah, Anima's in the grave. Okay. Not a problem. I could make a lot of things. I'm just gonna go for battle phase for now. Let's go for battle phase and mess up this guy's board. So let's go ahead, destroy his monsters. I'd rather get rid of his monsters rather than anything. The token's gonna die anyway. It doesn't really matter if I get rid of that. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, the thing about Viper's Rebirth right now, I can't use it. Mostly because I've got Arma in the grave. So let me think about this. I'm gonna get Zoha back. I'm just going to ditch Viper's Rebirth because I can't use it. I can get this back to my hand. I could normal summon it. That's a tempting offer. It is very tempting. Let me think about this here. Yeah, let's do that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have it summon out our Zoha. And we're going to link summon into, what's it called? Reptilian Echidna. We'll use these two. Huzzah. So this monster's effect will go off. That'll reduce his token's attack to 0. You might think that's irrelevant, but it's actually rather important. And Zoha's going to make my opponent draw a card. And then I can add any of my Abhyss monsters. And the monster I'm going to add, I'm going to go ahead and add my bus monster, the Deity of the Abyss, and we're going to send him to the graveyard. Nice little dude here. I can tribute 3 monsters to summon him. And once while he's on the field, I can send all other monsters on the field to the grave. Except for monsters summoned from the grave. It's a very nice thing. And so now our boy's going to go off. My opponent loses his Mech Knight Dingirzu. Very nice. And so before I lose all my time, Echidna, I can add any reptile I want from my deck. And I'm just going to grab Evil Dragon Ananta. Just so I have Ananta for later. This is more of an end game sort of card. You don't want to use this all willy-nilly. You don't want to use it all willy-nilly. So we're just going to go ahead for now and end our turn. We're pretty good. We're set. We're going to get all the tokens in the world because we tributed so many things. And that's going to be our defensive wall right there. If my opponent does try to, like, attack us or anything. That's the beauty of Lair of Darkness. You know, because we tributed so many monsters, we're going to get all these tokens. I can use them for links and shenanigans. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, man. All good in the hood, and I can tribute them for my monster effects. I can do so much stuff. So now it's our opponent's turn. Hey, another Snake Rain. Cool. I don't want to use it right now, but it's cool that it's here in case I need it. So, yeah, he gets the stage. So, who is he going to summon this time? He summoned Hela. Hela. That's what they changed her name. It just used to be Hel. They just added an A to the end of her name. Alright, so that'll allow him to get back Har. I do need to be cautious about that. I do need to be ever so slightly cautious about that. So what I'm going to do here... let's see. Yes, I need 3 monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and tribute Hela and 2 tokens. That way Hela does a hell of a lot of nothing. A hell of a lot of nothing. I don't care for generators. They're one of my least favorite archetypes in this game. I don't care for them. And my opponent surrenders. How do you like being locked out of plays, generators? How do you like it? You don't like it too much, do you? No. Alright, so there's the idea of this deck. Basically, you just keep tributing. It's like Monarchs, but like 100 times better. Because you don't brick half as often. So we're going to say that was a nice, good win against the Generator. He couldn't even stand 1,000 points of damage. Pathetic. So there's the duel there. Let's go ahead and do duel number 2. Keep going. I do want to try and summon Ananta at least once today. But for now, let's go for duel number 2. Alrighty, secondary opponents. Let's get right into the action going secondary. Opening hand. Ooh. We got a lot of good stuff in here. I've got Vasky. I can tribute 2 monsters to 0 attack on the field to summon Vasky. And, but still my heart. Oh, Tsuchinoko, look at this hand. It's beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and start, though, with... Oh, man, I'm spoiled for choice. Let's just activate Riesling just to dick around with it. I could probably get away with not doing it. See, it's even better. My opponent immediately ashes us. It's fine. Because we're going to trade in, get some more discard fodder, and let's make it rain, maybe. Let us make it rain all day. See, that's the thing when your opponent just ashes you really quick. You're going to have yourselves a good time there, lads. Because you're just going to ditch everything to the graveyard. They're going to ditch even more things to the graveyard. Whenever graveyard's so full of stuff and things. Let's see. Pretty much just going to have like one of each monster at this point. Let's see that. And yeah. Just put everything in the graveyard. And I could summon Lamia. I'll think about it. For right now, let's go ahead for Drag of the Abhyss. See, my opponent thought he could stop me with Ash Blossom. All he really did was cost himself of the game. I mean, the game's not over yet, but you know what I mean. So, let me think about this. I want my Dawn of the Abhyss. Thank you. I'll summon that in defense mode. Oh. I mean, if he stops this, that's a bit of an issue, but I still have the ability to keep going to an extent. What do you got? You got a solemn? You gonna solemn me, young man? Go right ahead. Tsuchinoko's got a shotgun. He will stop you. Okay. So my Curse of the Abhyss will go off. Let's get Drag of the Abhyss. Just gonna get the Drag of the Abhyss. Forbidden Droplet. I see. Unfortunate indeed. Let me think about this. Let me think. I could get my monster back to the hand. Tricky. Very, very tricky. This only works when it's special summoned. Aleph. We'll just go for Aleph. Do some damage. You know what? We'll just do that. You know, I could summon Lamia. I could do that, but I'm not going to do that. My opponent gets back his Ash Blossom, which is annoying, but at the same time doesn't matter too much. Let's just go ahead for battle phase and see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens, man. This guy's just one of those negati boys. Doesn't like the opponent to make a play. Me, I let my opponent go first, so they can make all the plays they want. So, yeah, we'll just end right there and see what happens. Like I said, didn't get everything we would have liked. That Forbidden Droplet. That's the one weakness of this archetype, really, is that they're a little fragile. They're a little fragile. If your opponent interrupts you too much, then you're not going to have a good time, basically. Your opponent just, like, interrupts you. They ash you. It's not fun. Alright, and ironically, I have that, but it's not a good thing right now. Let me think about this. Curse of the Abhyss. Let me think about that. Yes. Let's go for the Curse of the Abhyss back here. Curse of the Abhyss brings back the Null. Hachamba. And that'll add me my field spell. If he stops this, even better, because then I can go for... This guy is just negati McNegate pants. It's a little sad that he's just making it way too easy for us. Way too easy, young man. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do here... that gets banished when it leaves the field. I can give him his Ash Blossom back. That is an option. Let's see here. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. Add a monster from grave to hand. Let's see. If a card opponent controls sends to the graveyard. Okay. So let's get Aaron out here. Get that boy here. And then we're going to use the effect of Aleph. We're going to... Oh, wait, no, I can't use... Yeah, that's face down. I can't do that. Okay, not the problem. You know, he'll get his monster back. I'll get both my banished boys back. It's not a problem. Not a problem. I'll just put these both back in the graveyard. Yeah, that's the thing about Lair of Dark. I can't tribute face down monsters, because obviously he's a face down monster. Alright, and I still have my normal summon. Do I need to do anything else? I'm just gonna go for battle phase again. Just gonna go back. Like I said, I'm still learning this deck a little bit, but my opponent is just like, dang, he just likes to negate stuff, man. I don't know what it is. He just likes to negate. What can I say? So let's just give ourselves a token defense. Huzzah. Summon all the tokens. I'd love to see him get through all these tokens. All these tormented souls protecting me with their lives. Alrighty, so far I still have no idea what this is, and we will never find out. We'll never find out because he spent so much time Ash Blossom us at the wrong time that he never made a play. That's a little unfortunate, but you know what, I'll count that as a win. If we got time, I'll do a fourth duel, but for now, we'll just keep going, man. I mean, so far, just the snakes are raining down. But there's still stuff I want to do. So let's go for duel number 3. Alrighty, duel number 3 going second. Yeah, this sleeve, I'm very proud of this sleeve. I made this sleeve a long time ago. Had to remake it. I had to remake it because it got messed up with the old files. I have a lot of old sleeves from Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro that I really need to touch up. This one I decided to do I was going to do an Abhyss monster sleeve. But then I figured, you know what? Screw it. Let's get Tsuchinoko with a shotgun. That's better, isn't it? Okay, so what is my opponent playing? A set card. I could just Feather Duster him, but that seems like a waste. Let's go for Reasoning. We have a lot of different levels. Let's go for Reasoning. See what my opponent can do. As for our hand isn't great, but, you know, we got Snake Rain, so that's all that really matters. And, hey, Adima's out here already. So I can tribute him to draw another card. Let's see here. Oh, and ironically, we lost the Lair of Darkness to do that. Okay. That'll happen. On occasion, that sort of shit just happens, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and dump our usual quartet. We'll ditch Aleph. We'll ditch Null. We'll ditch Curse. And who do we want to be our final victim? I'm gonna ditch Zoha, actually. Where is Zoha? All these cards look the aesthetic of these is really cool, but at the same time, it makes it kind of hard to tell them apart from one another on occasion. So let's go ahead and... yeah, because Arima is not a... Okay, I'm just going to tribute Arima. I'm just going to tribute him, draw another card. Hey, nice. Alrighty. Let's bring back Null. Be like, whatcha, here I am. And then we're going to go ahead into our Curse. Curse will come back. My opponent gets a monster. Its effects are negate. I mean, granted, this is Arctic, correct? So his monsters are actually rather large. I do need to be cautious of that. That is something I do need to be ever so slightly cautious of. And he's got something... Tenken. Unaffected by effects of cards other than this. Okay, interesting. Interesting if true. But that means I can't hit him with, I can't use Depths of the Abyss to get rid of it. Okay. That's certainly something. Let me think about this. Let me think about... Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that, right? Yes. I could just normal summon my dude. That seems like such a waste, though. So what I'm going to do here, activate my field spell. Just have my field spell on the board. Let's go for Aleph. Getting rid of Nihil. And we're going to summon this out. And then I get both of my banished boys back to the graveyard. Watch out. And I could bring back Zoha, or rather get him... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put Ooga Booga in the graveyard. Just to have Ooga Booga in the graveyard. And let's see here. What do I want to make? I could make my alien shock trooper, but he's a bit too small. I'm just gonna go for straight up big damage. Let's go for Galaxy's Prime Photon Dragon. He doesn't have any Exceed monsters, but my monster's an Exceed monster, so I can just make myself huge. I can make myself 5,600 and beat over his monster. He takes half damage, but it's all good. Right? I took, yeah, that's, let's see, yes. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and set our trap card, and we'll end our turn. We'll be good. We'll be right fine. I mean, yeah, he's got the tank and giving himself a little bit of a boost, but other than that, he doesn't have anything. Yugioh. Oh. Alright, well, that's what Harpy's Feather Duster is for, so that's fine. Earth's Arctic Schleider, okay. So he is doing some Arctic stuff, but we haven't seen the tuner yet. Oh wait, that is the tuner. Okay, we haven't seen the non-tuner. And plus it's dead, because my opponent didn't read how that works. Alrighty, let's just go ahead. I don't like this being frozen. Go away, thank you. How many monsters do we have a different name? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Only 4. Sadness. Sadness indeed. My opponent needs a monster for that to work. Okay, so what we're gonna do is summon forth Zoha. Use Curse. Tribute Zoha. I could use my invasion, but I will save that for now. So Curse comes out. My opponent can summon a monster to defend his life points. Let's see. Yep. So now we're going to go ahead. Curse is going to go off and bring back... Do I really need the hill? I'm going to get my other dude. I'm going to get Zoha. And then Zoha's effect... I could use his effect from the grave again, but I only use once per turn. So don't need to do that. And no. So I'm going to get this boy back out here. And so Zoha's going to go ahead and give me a search. I'm going to go ahead and search out... he already added a card. I'm going to get the Queen. Because if he summons a monster, that'll be a good thing. And, see, let me think about it. Actually... I probably should have ditched the... I should have ditched the Queen. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's see. 2 level 2 tokens. That would be nice. That would certainly be nice. Okay, so what we're going to do here... Use the Zoha in the Grave's effect. Put the Queen in the graveyard. Put her in the graveyard. Get her out here. And I can summon my deity... And that is tempting, but I'll do that later. What I'm going to do right now... Bring out the Queen. Tributing these two. Nope, not yet. Summon the Queen. So now, what is he gonna do? I don't know what he's gonna do. He's got this Megatonus, but it doesn't do anything. Does he have some sort of hand trap action? I don't know. I'm just thinking if my opponent, summons something from his grave, like with that slider, this will be good, because I can make my opponent ditch a card he controls to the grave. That's my intention. That is certainly my intent. What is he up to? I have no idea. Got something. Dang old Earth's Arctics in their crazy fire formation plays. Was not thinking I'd see fire formation in Earth's Arctic. I mean, I haven't seen Earth's Arctic in a while. Not since they first came out. It's one of those decks where, they came out with the stuff. They looked all cool and sparkly, and then people just dropped them like a lead balloon. It's a sad, sad thing. Alrighty. He's thinking. He's thinking really hard. Alrighty, so my opponent has finally decided to allow me to make a play. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, let's bring back our Nihil. I'm just going to bring back Nihil because I'm allowed to do that. And, I'm just going to go ahead and play my invasion of the Abhyss. Since I don't have 8 monsters, I get 2 tokens. Hachamba. So now I can make Ooga Booga. Distributing 3 monsters. Be like, hey, it's an Oonga Boonga snake. And let's just go ahead for battle phase. I don't need to really use my dragon, but, I'm going to use my dragon anyway, because make him big. Let's see. Yep. Detach. Hazamba. Do damage. Alright. So this ought to be game unless he has a hand trap, which he does not. Alright, so there's going to be game by Oonga Boonga. And that was alright. I mean, Arctics never got started. So, you know, let's go for one bonus duel, and then we'll call it again. We've seen most of what this deck can do. I just want to do it just a little bit more. Alrighty, fourth and final opponent against Knight Dandy. It's a dandy name, I must say. Alright, opening hand isn't great. I mean, I've got Zoha, but I got nothing to put anything in the grave. I mean, I do have Nihil, though. I guess that's at least something. Problem is that I don't have any Snake Rain or nothing, and that's not good. We're up against Sacred Beastie Boys. If he gets that trap of his, I could be in some serious hurt. Because that dang field spell of his is just a nasty number. Alright, so the opening of the Spiritual Gates. And that's going to get him either a Sacred Beast or his Chaos Summoning Beast or something else. Okay, he's going to get Haman. Or as I like to call him, Super Duper Turkey. Super Duper Turkey. That's what his name is. Alright, so Summoning Beast goes for Haman. And then he banishes this for his dang fields. Oh, Dankus Diablos. I have one of those too. Alright, well that actually helps me to a degree. If he makes me put a card on the bottom of my deck, I don't need any of these. That's not bad. Could be a lot worse. That could be a lot worse. The field spell, though, that is a problem, because that protects his monster from targeting and stuff. I mean, I have non-targeted removal, but at the same time, that is a problematic card. Plus, I can't tribute Diablos. Yeah, that's the thing about Diablos. Your opponent can't tribute it. So, my only method of getting rid of this thing is either an extra deck monster or something else. A little bit of something else. Owl Mirage. I guess that's just insurance, I suppose. Alright, do I have a level 8? Yes, I do. Alrighty, let's go ahead and activate the trade-in. We'll activate the trade-in and hope for the best. At the very least, I've got... Oh. I see, you're one of those people. Okay. I see, you're one of those people. Alrighty, that's not good. Okay. Okay, so there is some other stuff we can do. We got Nihil's other effect I haven't even mentioned. Because you can ditch it from hand to the grave to ditch a light reptile from your deck to the grave. Like putting Curse in the graveyard. And then Null does the same thing, but for darks. It's a thing. Alrighty, so... what do we want to send to the grave is the question. I guess I'll send my queen. My queen. My queen. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do here... use Null. Get Null out here. Huzzah. I guess we're playing right now. This is less than optimal conditions right here. My opponent's got a board and I don't have Snake Rain. That's the one thing that's going to kill this archetype is lack of enough Snake Rain. So, yeah, we'll get our Zoha out here. And I kind of wish I had King in the grave. I probably should have put him there, but what can do? So let's go for the Curse. We'll get rid of no... oh, I could have... could have also just gone for a... let me think about something. I might, okay. I can make that work anyway. I have a better idea. I had one idea. I think I have a slightly better idea. Oh, wait. No, that won't work. Never mind. I was thinking making a Echidna and then making this monster... oh, I can do that to Diablos. So many possibilities. The possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless, kids. Alrighty, so he's gonna get back a monster. Or rather, yeah, you can summon a monster from his grave. Its effects negated. I get a monster. I get Nihil. It's a thing. It's all touch and go right at the moment. I don't know if this was his trap, he would have played it by now. So that just makes me curious as to what it is. If that's not what it is, what the heck is it? I don't know. Super... oh, no. Oh, no. Super Poly. Not good. That is bad. That is not good. He made Starve and Venom. That is a not good. Alright, Zoha does go off, though. At the same time, I don't want him to have a Starving Venom, because I can nuke my board. Ah, okay. Oof, the Super Poly Tech, because we are Darks. Folks, we are in fact Dark Monsters. Alrighty, what do I want to add to my hand? Does it really matter what I add to my hand? None of these are things I want in the hand at the moment. I suppose I'll just get my Oonga Boonga. It'll make me feel better. I can just put him in the graveyard. I can put him in the grave and all's be good. My opponent... Okay, Hyper Blaze. That's fine. Let me think. Such a difficult thing. Okay, a Leth. Let's get a Leth out here. We'll summon this boy out. My opponent gets a monster from his grave to his hand, which means Ash Blossom's back, but what can you do? And then I'm just going to go ahead and get back my boys. I'm going to get my boys back. Put them back in the graveyard where they belong. They don't need to be in the void. They need to be in the abyss. Remember, this is the abyss. This is the void. Alrighty. So, Zoha, I could get a thing back. That doesn't really help me in any sort of meaningful way. I'll play my Depths of the Abhyss. So I can target a card and send it to the grave, but I can't target that. That's the problem. That's the problem indeed. Alrighty. I can't do anything about I can't do anything to this board. Unfortunately, I think that Super Poly really hurt. That Super Poly rather hurtful. Because if I could have gotten out Boonga Boonga, I could have stopped all this. I could have annihilated his everything. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Sadness is intense. Yeah, it's just the fact that we have Darks is that Super Poly's gonna hurt us. Alright. Well, regardless, folks, I've got to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. If I can get around this situation, I'll be back. If I can't, I'll see you guys on the end screen. And I have a feeling I might not be able to. Alrighty, so the Abhyss went 3-1 today. It's a nice deck. When you get everything right going, if you even get one Snake Rain, it's all good in the hood. So, all in all, I like this archetype. It's very cool. I like that they finally broke Snake Rain. I just hope this doesn't get hit in the future, because if it does, this deck is going to die really hard. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Remember to smash the like button and consider subbing if you haven't already. And tomorrow we're looking at a fan suggestion for a Fire Princess build. So until next time, your boy Memphis is going to be signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Oh action. See you next time.